Hi, I'm Paul, the Breakfast Dad. I'm always looking for ways to more efficiently complete tasks in the kitchen without sacrificing the quality of the final product. I was recently talking to a chef about how he spends so much time dicing onions. I let him know that I have a method for dicing onions that's both faster and easier than the traditional one. He couldn't believe it, so I had to prove it to him. Today I want to show you my method, but first let me review the traditional one. Both methods require the initial step of cutting off the end opposite the stem, placing the cut end onto the cutting board, cutting the onion in half, and peeling the onion halves. The standard method of cutting a medium dice requires making 3 cuts parallel to the cutting board, almost to the edge of the root end. Next, you make 6 to 7 parallel cuts from the root end to the tip. Finally, you make cuts to complete the dice, being sure to keep your fingers curled under so that you don't cut them, with each cut being approximately the size of a square at the top of the onion. I always found the initial step of cutting parallel to the board a little bit awkward, especially if I was making a fine dice. There just had to be a better way. Looking at a cross-section of the onion, I realized there was naturally one cut already made by the layers of the onion. What if I made a cut from the root end to the tip along lines that were like spokes on a wheel, going from the outer edge to the center core? For a medium dice, I'm going to cut at an angle about 6 to 8 times, each time with the cut coming right to the core of the onion. Then I'll complete the dice in the same way as the traditional method. I've spread out the onions so you can see the final results. The onions on the left are the ones made in the usual method, the ones on the right using my method. You can see they're virtually identical. Now let me show you a faster version of my method. I challenged the chef to an onion dicing contest. Imagine his surprise when he was only a third of the way through the final cut and I announced I was finished. You too can learn to dice up onions super fast with just a little bit of practice using my method. When people compliment you on your knife skills, be sure to let them know you learned from the Breakfast Dad.